Hey, how y'all folks doing? This is the cable company. I just wanted to continue what I had going on there, and we were running out of time. I don't know, time got away from me somehow or another. This is something I love to do, and if you love space, and this is the early stuff, and just like I say all the time, that this is all unclassified. It's already been declassified. There's nothing that I got that would jeopardize our country. I wouldn't do it. Know me is to know me. Um, just and but I'm doing it. I dedicate this to Bob and Tony Revel. They were Rocketeers, and my girl Lisa, as you know, and her organs were taken from her. At least she had a organ donating tag on her left leg down there by her foot. I don't know if I showed you this a while ago, but I was running out of time, and it's hard to get it on there if you get too much on there. And people, I see when I look at it, this is for serious people because I know the ones that's got 3 or 4 minutes. Everybody looks at it, but this is for us crazy people that think there's a little bit more. This isn't. This was in 1959. This is this is the Atlas. Okay, and they had part of the Atlas. You can see that on the back here. It's and then there's Boeing. There's what they had there. A picture of all their crew working there. Um, and this is some of the guys that's on the maintenance crew. They're a little higher up. This is like the first concept of that. How the shuttle has I don't know if you can see that or not. The shuttle rides piggyback. Well, that's kind of like one of the first ones there. That gives you an idea of it. And then you see there, this is really, this is a major song. This is a major deal right here. But this is for us crazy people out there that that believe that we've gone to space. Okay, Air Force Missile Test Center. This is the Patrick Air Force Base in Florida. This is Aerojet Hangar AA receiving an inspection of the Able Star second stage of transit 2A and Hangar AA. There you go. There's a piece of that. I showed you a piece of the Thor a minute ago. And they cranked it out in space. That was a major deal there. This is the nose. Okay. There's the nose of it. Can you see that? And then you can see the back of it. See there? It's the back. I don't know if you can see that or not. But there's a picture of it there too. Okay. And look at this. Look at the old car there. Look, and Dr. DeBush, he went. You see that old car? And see, he would go up there to Alabama, and they go up to Alabama, and they go and they get these rockets, and they come down here and they test fire them, and then they go back up, and then about 75 of scientists and engineers that go with them, and they'd all go up there and get this and bring it down until they got a contract with Chrysler, and they got a contract with Chrysler to build them, and then they had. Well, some of them had to come. Some of them had to come in on ships, and they're so big, and and they got to where they were permanently could stay in Florida on permanent. Once they got going, they're good. When they got they had when they had the president, when the president's into it, you got Congress into it, you're good to go, and that's what we had outdo. All of them are trying to outdo Russia. I think they still might compete a little bit. I don't know. Up in space we have a different attitude. We're all in it together. The United States has gone in. We lost Skylab. And we went in there and we have to pay. I think it. I'm not exactly sure. I was reading it. I'm not going to tell you nothing because I don't want to be if I don't have it right. But I don't know. We have to pay so much per astronaut. Okay. And but we when they had the fall of Russia, they had a man up there on the space station, and we, of course, we bailed them out. And that's what we should do that, and we got to hook up, and they hooked up with us, and we are a team. I don't know what all the attitude is down here, why they got such an attitude, and that's just population control, and they want to get us into a war or something with another country, or just to kill off some people. I don't think that's right. I think we ought to just say no to having children, don't you? To skip a generation, don't have so many. Like my grandmother and grandfather, they had 13 children, that's a little bit too much. But, you had farms and, and you big, the only way you could survive, you had to have labor, and so you have children. They didn't have, I guess they didn't know. There's, I tell you about the spacesuits. Hey, look at that old truck. Look like they're going to go spray for bugs, don't it? And, that's but anyway, that's, we went through that big old book. Well, it didn't take that long, did it? And, but anyway, I'm glad y'all come, and glad you come and see me, and, let me show you this right here. This is the giant steps to the moon, and, this right here was the manned lunar exploration. It's really happened. Okay. I just want you to know that for a fact. We did it. It left off 3 Apollo astronauts leave Kennedy Space Center for the moon. Okay. Number 2 is after 2.5 minutes, the first stage drops away and the second stage is ignited. All right, and number 3, the second stage burns 6.5 minutes. The third stage achieves Earth orbit. And then 4, after checkout in orbit, the third stage fires again on a lunar trajectory. All right, and 5, adapter panels open. The command service module begins its turn in space. 6, and then the command service model turns and docks with the lunar model. All right, after docking, the spacecraft separates from the Saturn V third stage. The service module or engine fires to slow the spacecraft into lunar orbit. And then 1 astronaut remains in lunar orbit while 2 land on the moon in the lunar module. Okay, and then the 2 astronauts explore the moon, obtain samples, and place instruments. With a descent stage as a launch pad, the ascent stage fires for liftoff. Astronauts in lunar module randomized and dock with command module. Alright, the lunar module is abandoned in orbit and the astronauts head for Earth. When 14, with service modular jettison, the command modular makes fiery re-entry. And then slowed by the atmosphere, the spacecraft parachutes into the Pacific Ocean. And this is all manned Apollo missions, including the lunar flight are scheduled on an open-end basis. This means that the mission consists of a series of decision points at which Earth returns plans can be initiated. The decision points are separated by the normal flight mission activities. Between the decision points, the astronauts and the ground controllers continuously review performance of vital rocket and spacecraft systems. For example, a decision not to continue might be made while the space vehicle is still in Earth's parking orbit, or at some point during the trip out to the moon. Alternate mission plans or immediate mission terminations could then be used. At nearly every stage of the flight, this termination decision can be made and the Earth return flight plan initiated. And of course, they made all those training the astronauts and all that when they do that out there in the Houston, Texas area. And then there's one you can see when I just read that, and see how it's the complete thing of what happened. But anyway, you can write me today, Mitchell Aaron, no senior, 301 Harbert Valley Road, Toccoa, Georgia, 30577. Write me today, tell me what's on your mind. I'm going to tell you what's on mine, okay? Don't forget about Lisa's grandbaby Law. That's what this is all about. I'm doing this for her. And just remember, all my classified information has been declassified. There's nothing I would never jeopardize in our country. Okay? And don't ask me to give it to a museum or sell it. It's mine. Just be glad I'm showing it to you. And come on back and see me, okay? Bye-bye.